Hi, so far, let us sew this trending A-line dress with decorative rose sleeve that I am putting on. I am Delicious Favor, your online sewing tutor. So see how lovely the dress is. So in this tutorial, you will learn how to cut and sew this lovely A-line dress with decorative leaf rose design at the dress. So now let's get into this. So for the fabric, I use 4 yards of MILKADO fabric. So I use this expensive zip. So and this leaf design, okay, so and my rose patches and this applique. So I'm going to get right into drafting the skirt pattern. Okay, so I'll mark the startup line like so, then I'll rule with a straight line, then I'll mark my hip length of 8 inches. This hip length is suitable for all adult female. So I'll start marking my measurements, my hip and my waist measurement. For my waist measurement, I will divide my front waist by 2 and add it like so. Then my hip measurement, I will divide by 2, then I'll add 2 more inches for the hip, exaggerated hip, then I'll connect it with my French curve. So for the A line, I'll just go out with my hip measurement and I'll add like 2 inches more, then I'll connect it with my French curve all the way down like so, or you can use your ruler for a straight line. Okay, so if you want it to be straight, you can make it straight like so. Okay, so I'll come down by 1.5 inches to avoid skirt folds. Okay, so I will just cut out the front skirt out like so. I hope this tutorial was helpful. Okay, so you can like this video, subscribe to our channel, and turn on the notification bell to get you notified when we are posting new tutorials. So now for the back skirt pattern, you mark the start point, rule out. You also mark the hip length. Okay, you mark your zipper allowance of 1 inches and rule with a straight line. Okay, after marking, then you mark your hip length of 8 inches and rule with a straight line. So mark your back waist, divide it by 2, then you mark it out, then you mark your back hip, divide by 2, then you add 2 more inches for the exaggerated hip. So you mark your dart line and you rule with a straight line like so. So at the end, at the dart line, you go out by half inches and connect the dart line like so. So put back the dart line at the waist, then you connect it to your hip like so. So for bomb effect, for bomb illusion, you go in by 1 inch at the waist, then you connect it to the hip like so. So you extend, you mark down the 1 inches you take at the waist, at the side waist, you connect it to your hip again like so. This help you have this bomb illusion. Okay, so you mark the A line like so all the way down to the length. Okay, so then we're going to remark our zip. Okay, so you just place your tape rule at that 1 inch you take in, then you remark 1 inches for the zip like so. So you connect it to the hip like so. So this help the bomb illusion effect. So you cut out the back waist and you cut out the zipper line like so. Okay, so you slash it out. So this is our back pattern. So what I'll do is I will transfer it to my fabric like so, like so. So I've already transferred it to my fabric. So this is the lining part of my skirt. So I've already sewn the dart line. I've already sewn the dart line. So this is the back. So I'll mark my zipper length. Okay, so I'll start marking 1 inch because I'm sewing it all the way to the hem. So I'll place the front lining skirt together with the back, then I'll mark 1 inches because I put 1 inches for my seam allowance. Okay, so I'll mark 1 inches all the way down to the hem. Okay, so this is me marking 1 inches all the way down. So after I mark 1 inch, I'll go to my sewing machine to sew the lining part of my skirt. So okay, because I'm going to place open up my side seam, I'm going to place my bony for this structure effect. Okay, so what I'll do is this is the main fabric. I've already sewn it together like so. So I'll keep the main fabric aside, that is the MILKADO side. So I'm going to be attaching the bony to my lining. So I'll rule a line at that line, at the back dart line. So I'll also do the same to the front. I'll rule a line down. I'm going to be sewing my bony to the side seam the center, the front skirt, like so. I'm going to sew in my bony there, like so, and also at the side seam. Okay, see, I also sew my bony there, so I'll go and sew it. So I've already sewn my bony there. I've already sewn my bony. So what I'll do is you iron the bony, okay, so that it will be straight, because the bony used to have this curvy effect. Okay, so you make sure you iron that out. So this is my main fabric. So I want to put the lining inside the main skirt, the fabric that is the MILKADO skirt. I'm putting it inside to have this structure. Okay, so I'll place the lining side seam, wrong side facing wrong side, like so. This is the side seam. I'll use my pins to pin it down. Then I'll just use my pins to pin, and I will sew it at that front so it will stay together. So you see, I've already sewn it round, okay, at the front. So now at the hem, I'm going to shorten my lining parts. Okay, I'm shortening the length, the lining length, so I can be able to fold the main fabric into the lining and sew it if I'm sewing the hem. So I'm cutting the length of the lining. Okay, so I'll just sew the hem. I'll fold the main fabric and sew it like so. I'll fold hem and sew it. So we need to sew the hem like so. So I'm transferring my bustier to my MILKADO fabric. I fold my fabric into two. This is my side bustier. So I'm going to mark ½ inches, because I'm going to be sewing on ½ inches, like so. I'll just use my French cuff to connect that ½ inch marking. So I'll go out by 1 inches at my side seam. Then at the length, I'll add ½ inch to join it, like so. So I'll cut out my bustier. Okay, so in the link in the description, you will see how to draft your bustier. Okay, so you can also watch how to draft your perfect bustier in the description below. This is my back bustier pattern. So I'm going to be adding 1 inch for my zipper allowance. Okay, 1 inch. Then I'll mark ½ inch at the neckline, also at the shoulder line. Okay, it's not a must you add ½ inch at the shoulder line. Okay, so I'm also adding ½ inch to the 1 inches to the side seam of my back. Okay, so I'll just cut it out. Then I'll use my French cuff to connect the lines. Okay, I'll use my French cuff to connect the lines. So after connecting it, I will just roll it and cut out my back pattern of my bustier. So I'll cut that out. So check the link in the description below. You will see how to draft a perfect bustier with the back pattern in the tutorial in the description box. Okay, or you can check my YouTube channel. You will see the tutorial there. So please let me know if this tutorial was helpful, and feel free to ask questions in the comment section. Let me know where you are watching this tutorial from. So now for the hairstay, I'm going to fold my hairstay into two. So I'll place my back pattern. So I'm placing the hairstay to my lining part, okay, because my bridal satin is soft, so I need interfacing, okay, because I'm not adding interfacing to the main fabric because it's a MILKADO. It already has structure. Okay, so I'll be adding the hairstay to the lighter fabric. So I want to join my bustier together, so I'm going to be marking ½ inches. Okay, at my side bustier I'll mark ½ inches. So I'll also bring I'll connect it like so with my French cuff, so that when I'm sewing my bustier, I will sew it will be perfect. So make sure you mark your ½ inches. Okay, so this is the center front. I'm going to be marking ½ inches also to that to the center front of my bustier, like so that it will be easy for me to sew when I'm sewing with my sewing machine, because I'm using my manual machine to sew. Okay, so but if you have these ½ inches on your machine, on your sewing machine. You don't need to be marking these inches. Okay, if you have this half inches measurement on your sewing machine, you don't need to mark it. You just go and sew using your sewing machine guide. Okay, so this is me marking it like so. So I will just have place. So you see, I will place it together like so, and I'll fold it. So I'll open up my center piece, center bustier. I'll open it up. Then I'll open up the side bustier. So I'll place the side bustier and the center front together like so. At the hem and at the shoulder side, I'll place it. Then I'll also place the other side too, like so. It's very easy to sew. So I'll place it like so. Okay, so I'll go to my sewing machine to go and sew my bustier. So I'm already sewing. I'm starting from the hem. Okay, and I'm sewing my bustier. So please follow that mark. Just sew according to that half inches you mark. Okay, so I will sew it all the way to the shoulder side like so. It's so easy to sew. So you cut it out like so. Okay, so I'll open it up. So you see my it is well sewn. So I'll do the same to the other side. So I've already sewn my bustier finish. So you see how puffy the bust is. So after sewing this, I have to open up my sewn bustier and iron it flat. Okay, like so. So this is the back part, and I've already sewn the darts. I've already sewed the darts, both the lining and the main fabric. Okay, so now I made a separate tutorial for this bust caging. Okay, so check the link in my description to watch this tutorial on how to do an upgraded bust caging and how to flesh it. Okay, so to sew this bra cup to your fabric without it showing on your main fabric, so you just bring your bra cup like so, you fold it into two, then you fold your main fabric. So you place that the under bust is, you see that seam allowance, that seam, that's sewn seam. So I'm going to place it there like so. So I'm going to go to my sewing machine to sew it. Okay, so this is me sewing the bra cup to the bustier. Okay, I'm not going to sew into that sewn seam. I'm going to sew outside the sewn seam so that the stitches will not be visible the stitches will not be visible on the main fabric. Okay, so I've already sewn it like so. So when I open it up, you will not know that I sewn my bra cup. The bra cup, see how neat it is. You see, it's not showing on my back. So this is how to sew your bra cup to your main fabric without stitches not showing. So then I'll place my lining part. I'll place my main fabric to my bust caging like so, and I'll use my pins to pin them down. Okay, so this means putting the main fabric to my bust caging lining. Okay, so then I'll bring another lining because this is three lining. I'll face it right side facing right side. So I'm going to be pinning on the wrong side like so. So I'm pinning it on the wrong side. So I'll go, and you can mark half inches around the neckline. So I'm going to be sewing on half inches. So it's very simple. Okay, so I will do the same to the armhole line. So I've already sewn it like so. So I will just notch the neckline so that it will open up easily for me. So I'll just notch it out so that it will open up. So then you can iron it. Okay, so I'll just turn the lining parts to the back like so. So it will close my bustier. So then you can iron it. So this is the back. So I'll place the lining on the main fabric like so. Then I'll just mark half inches at the neckline like so. So I'll mark it. This is the back, and I'll go and sew it. So I've already sewn it, so I'll just notch it. So I'll just notch the neckline so it will open up for me. Okay, so I've opened it up. Mind you, I did not sew it to the zipper allowance. I just left 1 inch for the zipper line. Okay, so I'm going to iron my neckline like so. So make sure you iron all your fabric because you need your fabric to be neat. Okay, so I'm using my steam iron to iron it so it to be flat. So iron it. So then I will just place the front bustier at the shoulder side. I'm going to go and attach the shoulder together. So I've already joined the shoulder and I've already sewn the sleeve. See how neat it is. Okay, see how neat the front and the back is. So I'll start marking my measurements. So what I'll do is I will just open up the main fabric. Okay, so I'll divide my bust round divided by 2. Then I'll just mark the seam allowance that is remaining. Like so, I'll also divide the waist round by 2. Then I'll mark the seam allowance. So that seam allowance, I will just connect it like so. Then I'll also do the same to the other side. Okay, I'll mark my seam allowance to the other side. So I will do the same to the lining part. Okay, so after I do the same, I'll just go and sew it. I'll attach the main fabric together first, then before I attach the lining parts together. So after sewing, I'll notch the midpoint of the bustier and the skirt. So I'll place the notches together at the midpoint. I'll use my pin to pin them down. So I will do the same to the side seam of my I'll do the same to my side seam. I will pin them down like so. I'm going to sew them. I'm going to join the bustier bodice and the skirt at the waist. So I've already sewn it. Okay, so what I'll do is I'm going to attach my zip. So iron all your fabric for neat finishing. So after you iron it, we are going to sew the zip. Okay, all right, so here is the zip. I'm going to place and sew my zip. Okay, so after sewing the zip, you will see the final outcome. Okay, so now to sew the rose decorative stitches and that leaf design, so just check the link in my description box. Just wait till the end, the video will pop out. Okay, so this is the final look of my dress, of my rose bustier dress. I hope this tutorial was helpful. So subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned to watch the other part.